What is for you? What is well, 1 year of constantly writing? I mean, singing your songs, playing the songs live, and then 3 period time writing new songs. Um, what did you learn about the band? What did it do to the band? Constantly playing and
Well, we become better musicians. You know, that goes without saying. We've done hundreds of gigs, so we've become better as a unit. I think we've become closer as friends. You know, you learn a lot about people when you're living on a small tour bus. You know, the beds are stacked 3 bunks high, with a small corridor, then another 3 bunks high. So we've become a lot closer as friends. I think we've become wiser. You know, a lot of things have happened in 12 months, and I think we've pretty much crammed in to the last 12 months what some people might do in a lifetime, or some people might even hope to do in a lifetime. And we were really, really lucky in the fact that we got to do them in 12 months.
weren't you afraid that in a 3 week period time that Oliver had to write the songs and well you also writing the lyrics with the two of you together? Weren't you ever afraid that maybe he couldn't come up with decent tunes? Because I can imagine if you have so much pressure and go on and 3 week period you have to write a new album. Were you ever afraid or?
Not really, because I remember the last time I was afraid of anything band related, it was that we weren't going to make it in the first place. And I remember Oliver being absolutely adamant this is what we were going to do, and we were going to make it as this band, and don't worry about quitting your job, you won't need to go back to a job again. So I trust him that far. When he says he's going to write an album in 3 weeks, I trust him. I think it should have been him that was scared, because he told us not to worry, and you know, he had it sorted, so I think he did as well.
No, that's what I asked him. I was saying, well, 3 weeks and then you have to write a new album. I think it can be a lot of pressure. But he said, well, once the initial burst, I think 8 songs in 5 days or something, came out, and he said then it was more relaxed for him. What is well, certain songs. I have an album sampler. I don't have the whole album yet. What is for you? What songs did you write on? This is an Emergency, Everybody Wants Me, Nothing to Do with You, I'm a Liar, and Keep on Your Dress.
Songs 1, 2, 4 and 5.
Okay. This is an Emergency. One line. You don't have to comment on it, but I just listened to the songs and I wrote certain lyrics I wrote down, and maybe you can comment on them. This is an Emergency. Don't make me go home because I'm not here to reflect you, I think. Yeah?
Yeah.
I wish your friends would leave me alone, and I could never connect to people I don't know for a backup. What does it mean? I didn't understand the last few lines. What is the point of the song?
I suppose the last line, I could never connect to the people I don't know from back home. When you're back home,
yeah.
in England, in Leeds especially, you get a lot of people coming up to you that you don't know. And for some reason they think because they've seen you on TV or they've been to one of the gigs, you know, they've got a connection with you, and they think they almost own you as a product or a public figure.
What do they say to you then?
They can stand and, first of all, they'll say, Matt, Oliver, and you're thinking, you know, who's that? And then you see this person you've never met before, but they already know your name. You know, they could know your date of birth, they could know where you went to school, because all that information's available out there. So they feel like they know you. But what we're trying to say is, you know, we can't connect to people we don't know. So we can go so far as being polite and, you know, try and harbour some kind of semi-legitimate conversation, but in all fairness, you know, it's not a conversation between friends, is it? It's a conversation between two strangers, although one party has the upper hand because they know far more about me than I know about them.